So I received quite a few YouTube comments from you guys telling me that there was an article saying that Leagoo was caught red-handed putting viruses on their devices, and I'm here to tell you it's possibly worse than it looks. Okay, so full context, when I reviewed the Leagoo T5C, I found a virus on this and I scanned it with more than one virus app, so it's definitely not a false positive. However, I really like the camera on this phone, so that was pretty much the good part of the Leagoo T5C. The rest wasn't really that great. So yeah, that's one thing that Leagoo does well, is their cameras. And then I received those comments about Leagoo putting viruses on their cell phones. And again, what this article says is that there is a company in Shanghai that puts viruses on phones. And this virus is called the Trojan virus. And this website actually called it a banking virus. I'm not so sure about that, so take that with a grain of salt. So the website said that they found quite a few Leagoo phones, including the Leagoo M9, which is the latest Leagoo phone, I believe, a low cost. I think it's $60, 1 GB of RAM. And that one had the Android Trojan virus installed on the phone itself. Okay, so the reason why I say this virus situation with Leagoo could be worse than it really is because the virus I got on the Leagoo T5C and the virus in this article, they're actually different viruses. Now, that's a little bit scary because this virus, it just said it's a Trojan, right? So, well, not just a Trojan, but it is a Trojan, but it's not like what this website says, a banking virus. Now, the Leagoo T5C is not infected with this, according to that list. There's only the Leagoo M9 and a couple of other Leagoo phones that have this particular virus on it. But to have a company have so many virus allegations on it, not only from reviewers, but news outlets and virus websites, which I will talk about later, their intentions, that doesn't sound very good for Leagoo, even to a very reasonable person who's able to look at both sides of the story. Now, Leagoo did release a statement saying that they were falsely accused. This is not a virus. They had already fixed it. They said something about it being like an advertising risk. I don't quite know what that means because I think they didn't really translate it properly very well. So their English translation might seem a little hostile and a little, like confrontational, but I don't think that's their intention. I think that's just a translation because the Chinese version sounds a lot better, at least what I could read. Anyway, they say that they really don't like this particular antivirus website exaggerating this virus as a banking virus because they say it's not. Now, again, you have to take both sides with a grain of salt. You can't fully trust the antivirus company and you cannot fully trust Leagoo either in this kind of situation. And they say that they will pursue legal action against this website because their reputation has been damaged. And I will say that the reputation has been damaged. Like, that's a true statement. It has been damaged. But I don't know if this is a like warranted damage, like they deserve it because they actually did put a virus on it. But if they did not, then they don't deserve this kind of scrutiny and, bad reputation. Okay, so however, I won't just say one side of the story because antivirus websites are not purely altruistic either, right? So if a virus website posts, let's say there's a virus on the Galaxy S9 and it's not easily debunked, that's actually quite good for the virus website. They get a lot of traffic, they get news exposure. Actually, on computers, if an antivirus software or website finds a virus on that computer, they can actually use that as like a bargaining chip. They can say, hey, look, we found a virus on your system using our software. Why don't you pre-install our software on your system? And that is a possibility, right? The antivirus website is not doing it, just to help you. They have reasons for doing it that will benefit themselves either. So yeah, I really like to bring up all perspectives of a situation, and I hope that this has been a talk that has let you see this situation from many different sides. Now, I think this is what Leagoo is afraid of, right? So someone like me, I try my best to be as objective and as inclusive of all the information as possible to make sure that you're receiving a full picture. But even if you receive the full picture, it still damages Leagoo a ton, and that is what they're afraid of. Because, okay, so I say I don't instantly trust the antivirus website, and that's a good thing, right? You don't instantly trust whatever source you take, but you also don't instantly trust Leagoo to put out, completely true statements either, because they're trying to salvage their reputation as well. So you can't really fully trust both sides. And for me personally, even though I don't fully trust both sides, I would just say stay away from Leagoo for the time being because it's just safer that way. There's a lot of other options for cell phones out there. Xiaomi, you guys all know I love Xiaomi because it's super value for money. There's lots of phones out there for you to choose from. You don't have to choose Leagoo and take that risk, no matter how small it might be, to get a phone with a virus on it. And that is what Leagoo is afraid of, because these kinds of allegations, even if they're false, can be very damaging to their sales, their reputation, and, you know, overall their entire company. Now, the one thing that makes me question this whole virus thing is the fact that Leagoo has partnered up with Tottenham Hotspur. Now, I know that might seem completely irrelevant, but I really don't know if Tottenham Hotspur would like to be associated with a Chinese company that puts virus on their phones, even if it's false, right? That is something that a good football team would not want to be associated with. And aren't the Spurs doing pretty good? They're like 7th place at the time of this recording, I think. So it's not like they're like dying or anything like that, right? So again, it sounds a little bit irrelevant, but you know, that is my perspective on the fact that Hotspur might be a mitigating factor in all this, you know, virus stuff. So yeah, do you think that these viruses are real, or are they false positives like Leagoo claimed? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.